River's song was.
I did. Oh, good for you. No, that
3
one.
weeks before the reveal, I turned to Tim and I said, she's Amy and Rory's daughter. He's like, what? No.
You ruined it for him.
Okay, Angela, based on the conversation that's going on back here, we're going to have to put a spoiler alert right at the beginning of this.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah,
for anyone who hasn't caught up with everything yet.
No, that was insane. Just insane. It was funny. Christopher Eccleston lands in the museum back with Dalek. And I'm right up there like, oh yeah, this is going to be great. And he sees the slithing and I'm like, okay, all right. I sees the Cybermen. And again, it's like, ooh, where's the Dalek? And we didn't look at the name of the episode, so we didn't know that the Dalek was, the one that it was going to be revolving around. And my husband and I were right there, noses to the thing going, where's the Ice Warriors? Where's the Ice Warriors? We have been waiting for the Ice Warriors now for so long. We finally get the submarine episode and the hand, and we see like little platelets. That's an Ice Warrior! So that was a clever episode.
Yeah, no, that was a fantastic episode, bringing them out of the shell.
You know what one I loved? I just watched the Christmas special this is where we left off last night, was the Christmas special, season 8, with Peter Capaldi, Santa Claus, and the dreams within a dream.
As Santa Claus.
That was, and I'm still trying to get over the English Father Christmas. That's really...
Here's my biggest problem watching that episode among a couple of others. I'm sat there now waiting for the Doctor Who specials and going, which member of the Shaun of the Dead cast are they bringing in next?
They had that. They had...
You're back to your 10 actors in Britain again.
They had the gal that played Shaun of the Dead's mum.
Yep. That's so funny.
Harriet Jones, Prime Minister. Yes, we know who you are.
Yep.
And then Nick Frost as Santa Claus.
That is so funny.
Simon Pegg turned up.
Yeah, Simon Pegg. I already mentioned that.
I mean, it's an amazing way of tying everyone together. And so many of these actors are coming into Doctor Who because they want to be on the show more than the fact that they've been invited. They've basically bombarded the BBC saying, I want in.
Yeah, get me in. Yeah, don't we all?
Did you cry at Vincent and the Doctor?
I did not, surprisingly enough.
Really?
Everyone told me about Vincent. You know what? I cried with Rose. I can't see her face without bawling. I see Rose every time. They rip.
You know what? Okay, I'm going to make this even worse. My uncle married someone who looks exactly like Billie Piper.
She does.
Jesus.
His Aunt Louise.
Okay, no, I have to tell you. I'm going through my head, and I don't have any photos of him. A friend of the family is a spit-in image of Matt Smith. I mean, not just a little bit. Like, and it's creepy. We saw I'm downstairs, and I'm like, so, your friend David? He goes, yeah. He looks an awful lot like the Doctor. He goes, yeah, I know. You know, he's a Whovian. Yeah, I know. We get upstairs. And I had purposely paused it right when you see Matt Smith doing the nude painting with the sheet across his pelvis. And my husband gets up there and he's like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, your friend looks just like
Well, if nothing else, Angela, you always know what to buy him for Christmas.
Yes!
Bow ties.
Yes! Oh, I love the Fez. No, I love the Fez. Love the Fez. So, regarding David.
Show her our collection.
Yeah, show me the collection. I'm working on my collection.
Okay, for one, I have a Doctor Who blanket on.
Yep. I saw the TARDIS there. Ooh. Oh yeah, they're so pretty.
That entire top 2 shelves on that bookcase is double, triple stacked DVDs and VHS Doctor Who.
Oh, where did you get those? I did it the hard way.
We got them online.
Oh, are they American compatible, or are they the English?
They are American compatible. They were all bought American formats. I'm gonna have to zoom in on this if I can work out how.
I see the 12. I see Patrick from here. That's all that matters. Is Patrick.
Is there a way of zooming on this?
Yeah, I see John Petrie. I see Tom's scarf.
Video settings. Here we go. See if I can zoom. No, I don't see a zoom option.
I see Christopher Eccleston. So it ends with Matt Smith.
Bring it in a little bit, Sandy. Yeah, that is etched.
Wow.
Work.
Yeah.
That was a Christmas present one year.
Yeah.
From Tim to me.
No, that is beautiful. So I
And
have my
those-
cookie jar.
Oh,
This is
gorgeous.
This is my cookie jar. Ready?
hmm
It's really
Um,
quiet.
We actually have one of the TARDISes we got up there
Yeah.
has the full set of play set of figures from Tom Baker's period.
I thought about that, but I really
We got
never
the
put
we
him
got
down.
the money box
Yeah.
that plays the opening various phrases from Chris Eccleston's season.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
And I have my scarf. My
have the
insane-
scarf.
Oh yeah. This thing is insane. I love
Uh-huh.
it. No,
I have
it is 12 feet long. Like it is.
Mine's shorter.
Like I wish it was the actual like length of it. But and I wore it to the store the other day, and that was fun because I had to keep wrapping it so it wouldn't drag on the floor. So that was fun. That was fun. I'm like, okay, so that's gonna stay home because I love my scarf. David Tennant, I was talking to I when I first saw him, and I've gotten to a point when I see one of the doctors right away, I can go, okay, this is the doctor, or he's still finding the role. And Peter Davison, I found the role almost right away. The first 4 doctors are the role. It's almost like they took a personality, they chopped them up into 4 pieces, and each personality amplifies a different characteristic, like pieces of a personality. So when Tom Baker came along, he took those pieces and threw them together into himself and then added his own twist. So, and thereon, it feels like every doctor is a representation on a combination of those basic 4 personalities. And sometimes they'll emphasize William Hartnell more, sometimes, most of the time, they'll emphasize a lot of Tom Baker. So I got to Peter Davison, and I felt like he walked right into the role. Like he came out and he was the role. Colin Baker, I don't think he ever found the role, ever. I don't, no, he didn't, no. Sylvester McCoy found the role. Like again, walked right out and he was the role. Christopher Eccleston, I think, did very well. I think he had it almost right away. And he reminded me a lot of the 2nd Doctor, the 4th, and the 3rd, in that order. Then we get to David Tennant, and I couldn't find him. I spent so much time just going, I can't place him. I think it's Colin Baker, which is offensive, but the arrogance, that pride that I'm the Doctor, that would definitely be David's character. But I don't think he ever found it. And then
David based a lot of his off Peter Davison.
And that's what I thought, because I know that their son-in-law.
Glasses, because the glasses make him look smart. He didn't need the glasses, really.
Yeah, and it was
find
really
that out with that Red Nose Day special I was telling you about.
Yeah,
Find that out.
yeah. It was, and it definitely. I just don't feel like he ever found the role. And I did wonder if he did base it off of Peter Davison's character.
Yes.
But I didn't know if that was because it was his father-in-law and he had spent so much time with Peter.
Father-in-law at that point.
At that point, okay. All right.
That happened later. That happened after the Doctor's daughter.
Yeah. It was, that's messed up. It was, now her name is Moffat. And of course, Peter Davison's real name is Moffat. And Stephen Moffat, he's the writer. Are they related?
No.
They're not related. It's just
No
a
relation
last
at
name,
all.
like John Smith. Okay.
It's like the 2 Bakers are not related.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you have 10 names as well in England. Okay.
Yeah, we keep recycling Jones and Smith.
Yes. I loved Sarah Jane Smith and John.
There we go, back with the Smiths.
Not related. Yeah, not related. So, but this is again what I was looking at before I saw the specials. And then Matt Smith came in and he was all over too. He was the 2nd Doctor through and through.
Mhm.
And every now and then he tipped into that dark side. And I definitely saw a lot of Tom Baker come through with him. But it was primarily the 2nd Doctor, which I think is why I love Matt Smith so much. So I went back, I saw the specials. And one thing that really hit me strong with the specials was David Tennant is the Doctor's midlife crisis. That is my conclusion.
I think David was the epitome of Doctor Who, actually. I mean,
go ahead.
He was the epitome of Doctor Who. You know, just the way that he portrayed him, he made you feel for him.
Oh, yeah.
When
No.
he was scared, you were going, oh, crap.
Yeah, no, very much. Yeah, no, David did a great job with that.
I think he was. I personally think, having come from Chris Eccleston's darker aspects with the crossover, as you said, with Pat.
Yeah.
I think David was trying to bring the Doctor to a more mature audience.
Yeah, no, that definitely has come up a lot with our conversations on whether or not they're just playing to a younger audience. Absolutely. Like, you cannot sit down and my daughter, I'm very upset about this. So a friend of hers started having her watch it 2005. This is while we were on Tom Baker and Peter Davison. We had just crossed over, and she came home and she's sitting there quoting David Tennant at me and telling me about Weeping Angels. And I'm like, excuse you were going to keep your mouth shut. We got all the way through. It was a wonderful, quiet 53 years of television. We got through, no spoilers. No one called me up to tell me what I had missed. There was no, oh my God, did you see when the Doctor was going to destroy the Daleks and he didn't? Like, there was none of that. We got to enjoy it. There was no spoilers. Mm-hmm. Suddenly I walk into Christopher Eccleston and boom, I've got all these people around me spoiling it. And I'm like, I just got through like the first 9 doctors or 8 doctors without a problem. You are not spoiling this for me.
But you have to remember, most of those people probably hadn't seen.
No, they hadn't. Oh, and then I've got, my girlfriend calls me up and she's like, well, I started at 2005. And she's like, I really want to know, do you have to watch the classic series to get it? Now, back a year ago when I started, this was one of the determining, I'm going to start from the beginning. She said, if you're going to start at 2005, then I have a video for you to watch on YouTube that's going to fill all the blanks in. And I'm like, well, if I have to have that kind of a background, then why don't I just watch it? And I knew once you watch it, or if you skip it, you can't go back and watch again. It's right. So I was really upset that I couldn't get my daughter to start at 1963.
And I have seen that video that you're talking about on YouTube.
How is it?
It doesn't cover so much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things, you say, do you have to watch the backstory from the 60s on to get it? No, you don't. Mm-hmm. Not really.
I don't agree. I do not agree.
But here's what I would say.
Yes.
If you don't, you're missing out on so much.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. So you don't have to watch it. See?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris did a very good job of bringing in the Doctor as a completely fresh character with a completely filled out back history.
Yeah.
Coming straight out of the war.
You are missing so much.
But if you don't go into the backstory, you don't understand why the war.
Yeah, yeah. I watched, we were on the second episode with Christopher Eccleston, and no, it wasn't even that. We didn't even make it that far. We were 15 minutes into the first episode, and she asked him, where are you from? And he evaded. And my husband and I jumped at that and went, something's wrong with him. He doesn't evade. If you ask him to talk about Gallifrey, that's not a secret. He won't shut up about Gallifrey. What's wrong? Like, we knew 15 minutes in that there was a problem. And she kept asking him, where are you from? And he kept evading and like, what happened? So by the time we got to the Cheam, and I give you the gift of air from my lungs. And we got to that part. We got to that part, and like by then we knew something was up, and that's just, we knew the characters so well that by that point, and then that was it. When we found out that Gallifrey was destroyed, I cried. It wasn't the poor Doctor. It was, I have names, I have places, I have people associated with Gallifrey. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things my girlfriend watching from 2005 and on is explaining, and she's like, well, it's just a name. No. It is a living, breathing culture and a people that you miss. There's
millennia of history gone.
So much. She has no idea what Rassilon is. No clue. And I'm like, do they even talk about Rassilon? She's like, what's that? It's a who? Like, no, nothing. And I'm like, how can you can't watch Doctor Who and not know who Rassilon was.
Well, you've also got to remember at this point, the Doctor is still president of Gallifrey.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
He's never been taken out of position.
He hasn't. That's what I said. And then he sits there, goes, I'm not the president. I'm like, yes, you are.
You know, something really funny. I've been watching this series since I was 10, and Tom was my first Doctor. Okay, my first introduction to it. when I was working as a cashier at Walmart, I was back in the break room and a fellow associate came back and she's all excited. She's like, have you seen this new show called Doctor Who? And I'm like face palming going, it's a continuation of a very old series.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? I'm like, the series has been going since November 23rd, 1963, the day after
JFK died. Yes.
And she's like, what?
Yeah.
How do you know this? And I'm like, because I'm a Whovian. And she goes, does that have anything to do with Dr. Seuss? I went, talk to the hand.
to what? Dr. what?
Dr. Zeus.
Dr.
Dr.
Seuss.
Seuss. Did you slap her?
I told her talk to the hand. She
What
just lost my respect.
What is her name and address?
I don't even remember.
Going to Alaska so I can. Oh no.
No. We're just doing it easy. Just do it the easy way.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, one of us is going to have to sit down and write the entire history of Doctor Who in the form of Dr. Zeus.
That. Doctor Who is Dr. Seuss. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
But I think, because she heard Whovian,
Oh,
she
I didn't even. Whoville. I didn't even draw that connection.
Yeah, she did. And I'm
Wow.
like, okay, you have just lost my respect. Do not compare me to Dr. Seuss.
Wow. Yeah, no, I didn't even pick on that. But yeah, with David Tennant, after watching like that darker side of him and where he ended up going in the specials, I'm just like, he's absolutely the midlife crisis of the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things we were going over, Matt Smith summarized it beautifully. I've had 10 or 11 regenerations. This is my 12th regeneration. Technically speaking, 13 because number 10 had vanity issues and he regenerated twice. Like that right there. I'm like, yeah, he did have vanity issues. He really did.
But we've also got the Doctor we don't talk about.
That one?
At that point they were completely denying the existence of the War Doctor.
And then, of course, we have the Donna Doctor.
Yeah, the Donna Doctor. Yes. Yes, the Donna Doctor. And there was, it was
Dr.
also,
Donna.
Dr. Donna.
it was when he saw the TARDIS, he saw a rocket spaceship and he's like, oh, and I can't remember if Donna said this or he did, but it was I want the pretty Cadillac model. I was like, okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's midlife crisis. And
Yeah.
the planes rose.
Yeah, she was so much younger than him.
Oh yeah. No, I love that they, yeah. No, this is.
But I loved the way that relationship developed.
I love, yeah. No, they could have not. Who is your favorite companion? Sarah Jane does not count. Throw her away. Who is your favorite companion?
Okay, if you're having to discount Sarah Jane, and I don't think we should because of so many reasons.
Okay, we'll include Sarah Jane. Who are your top two Doctor Who companions?
Rose and Sarah Jane. I think that's without question. I mean,
Yeah.
Sarah Jane, if you go back through the entire history, she basically is the epitome of the companions.
She is.
She's
She really
the
is.
one who kept the Doctor straight,
She is.
which is also where Rose came in
Yeah.
so many ways.
For the old
Rose was
seasons-
really a Sarah Jane replacement.
Yeah.
For the old seasons, I'd have to say Ace.
Oh,
I didn't
Ace.
like Ace.
Really?
I didn't like
hated
Ace.
Ace.
I loved Ace.
Oh, I hated Ace.
She's always blowing shit up.
There's the problem.
Yes, yeah. No, I loved Leela.
Now,
Leela
Leela I liked.
Leela was great.
But
For
the one thing I did like about Ace is basically she was almost the Doctor's opposite in so many ways.
She really was. Yeah.
For the
That's-
new series,
So
I'd
it
have
played
to
off well.
say, Donna. I really love Donna. She was really feisty.
Yeah. Yep.
I just
Yeah.
want a mate. You want a what?
I want a mate. I
I'm
want
not
a
mating with
mate.
you, sunshine.
I want a mate. Yeah, that's right. You're not mating with me, sunshine. I love Donna. Yeah. No, I love, but I'm in my wedding dress. Yes, you look lovely. Now jump. Oh,
Yes.
no,
I love Donna.
So my only question now is how many other companions did he pull away on the day of their wedding?
yeah, really.
I mean, if you look at it, you've got
Amy.
Amy was about to get married
Yeah.
the day she left.
Yeah. I love Raggedy Man, you are late for my wedding. I love that line.
That
Yes.
we've just rewatched that
yeah,
episode
that's right. That's
recently,
right.
and
Pulled Amy away
that
from her
is such a
wedding.
that is such a wonderful
Something
scene.
old, something
It
new,
is.
something borrowed, and something blue.
Yeah. No, that was. See,
And then he's- And then he's there dressed in the full tux and everything, as if he's
And then he
expecting
jumps
it.
a giraffe.
yeah. No, I loved when he's dying in Let's Kill Hitler,
Yes.
and he's arguing with little Amy. And okay, just side topic, completely side topic. I love how he says, "Give me something that I love," and you see Rose. I have to say I love that. And then he's like, "No, give me something that I feel guilt about." And they kept scrolling through. They get to little Amy, and you have 32 minutes. You will be dead in 32 minutes.
Mhm.
So after this 32-minute scene where she's telling him you're going to be dead in 32 minutes, he then, skipped to the next scene, cut back, and there's the doctor in a full tux, top hat, Kang. It's like, that's why I love Matt Smith. It's like, you've changed? Yes. Time is always something you should waste when you have none. So,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, 'cause I'm trying to cram as much Doctor Who into a 30-minute conversation that we've exceeded all at once. And it's just trying to remember everything, and it's just... Okay, so this is something I noticed last night. I was going over it, and my girlfriend came over, and I'm like, you remember Barbara and Ian? And she doesn't, because she did go back and watch the first episode. And she
William Hartnell.
yeah. And I said, Barbara and Ian? And she goes, yeah. I said, what did they do? I'm going to play it with you guys. What did they do?
They were school teachers.
Do you remember what subjects?
History
And English, I think.
and English.
Yeah. And do you remember what school they taught at?
Coal Hill,
Yeah. On
which,
Potter's Lane.
which they have revisited so many times
Yes.
recently,
Yes.
which
So,
I'm really proud of.
yes.
Now, keep in mind, Coal Hill is now getting its own spin-off series.
Oh, that's nice. Now, is it a real school?
Class.
Is it a real school in England?
I don't think Coal Hill itself actually exists, but I believe the building they use actually is a school.
Oh, that's cool.
So, but the nice thing about it is they're actually spinning off the whole school as a,
It's a series.
and they're going to be doing a whole series from the school. And
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons they want to do this is basically because they're pushing STEM subjects
Yeah.
through it. So they're going to be doing a lot of the science and the history
Yeah.
and math things
Yeah.
through.
Like, what's it called? Oh, Torchwood. Like Torchwood.
Yes.
In some
It's
ways,
an acronym for Doctor Who.
if you rearrange the letters, she did it in her head.
Yeah. Clever.
Actually, Torchwood was when they first started filming in 2005. Torchwood was actually the code name for the shoot.
Huh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah, that's really, huh. I saw there was also a spin-off on
And the
K9.
royal family are
and
werewolves.
the Sarah Jane Chronicles as well.
Yes, and I'm so sorry we don't get the last season because she died partway through filming. The
Who?
actress,
Sarah Jane?
yes. We lost her partway through filming season 3 of Sarah Jane Chronicles.
I'm not okay with this. I'm gonna
No,
cry.
neither were we.
She had
Oh.
cancer.
Oh, I was not okay when I found out that the Brigadier died.
Oh,
Yeah.
When he
yes,
called
that
him
hit
up.
everyone hard.
When he called him up, and that right there is it. That is it. You can't get the weight of that without watching from 1963 and on.
You
Yeah.
can't, and then you don't understand why the last scenes of the episode with the Cybermen and Missy
Yeah.
are so powerful
Yeah.
because of
And
the
that's it.
sacrifices that are made.
That it right there. It's the power. It goes from being, oh, this is nice television to, oh, this is
Yeah.
Hard hitting.
this is a 53-year pun in the making.
You
Or
got the Doctor does one thing
Yeah.
that just puts me in tears every time.
which one?
He salutes the Brigadier.
Yes, you noticed that. Okay.
Yes.
The one thing
Yes.
he was never ever
do.
going to do.
Yeah, you just don't get. Same thing with when David Tennant picks up the gun.
Yes.
That man has never in 53 years touched a gun.
No.
And to see him do it, and it's there. The understanding is there, but the weight is gone from it. You really have to go back, and that's where that 53 years of television really
which is
comes
why
in.
which is why I would say you have to go back and watch the originals.
Yeah, very much, to understand why and what everything means, to really take that home. The Brigadier, I fell apart with the Brigadier. There was.
We fell apart when Elizabeth Sladen passed away.
Yeah, I had no idea that she had passed. I'm sitting here watching, waiting for her to come back. I'm going to get off of this and I'm going to cry.
Oh God.
I did not know. And then there's going to be that moment where he calls her in and tries to find her, and she's passed. Because the doctor would. No, what I noticed last night is you've got the Coal House. You have Coal Hill School. You have the two teachers. You have that not really unruly but troubled student. And I'm sitting here watching Peter Capaldi perform the role, and I'm like, he reminds me so much of William Hartnell.
Yes.
And
who is who he based his character off.
That's funny.
And we're back to the basics.
Yes, and that's when I sat back and looked at Matt Smith. He reminds me very much of the second Doctor. So what I saw was William Hartnell, Peter Capaldi, right down to the school, the two teachers, the student, and then you had Matt Smith and Patrick, and it was like we've gone full circle. It really
Peter is actually the oldest for the Doctors.
Now, did he surpass William Hartnell in age?
He was 1 year older than William Hartnell when William Hartnell started.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
There was a meme I saw that showed William Hartnell and Matt Smith. And it said, that moment in Doctor Who when you realize the oldest actor plays the youngest Doctor, and the youngest actor plays the oldest Doctor. And
then we've had a regeneration since.
Yeah. No, it's really. Yeah.
If you ever want to really blow your mind, there is a timeline of the Doctor's meetings with River Song.
I saw that, and I am avoiding it until I'm done. I did see the meme, and
the one I've seen was not complete.
Yeah.
It doesn't continue into the recent seasons.
Yeah.
But just the mind-blowing aspects of, okay, her path has crossed his so many times.
Yeah.
And another one I came across recently, if I can find it, I'll share the link with you. Mm-hmm. It's a online discussion of why we always seem to meet the villains in Doctor Who in chronological order, despite the fact that the Doctor and them, like the Master, are always traveling through time. You never meet them out of chronological order.
Huh.
And it's a discussion of why. And it's all linked to how the TARDISes work.
Huh. No, that's really.
If I can find that again, I will send you the link, because I think you'll find it very interesting reading.
There's a list of things I want to see with Doctor Who. I want to see the other TARDISes.
Just do me a favor. Mm-hmm. Once we get off, look up that Catherine Tate, David Tennant.
Yes.
The Red-Nosed Day.
Yes.
You will laugh yourself.
No, that's on my list. No, absolutely.
I want to hear what you think of that. In fact, post a video of what you think of it.
Yeah, I will. No, that is, yeah. No, I love my videos. Mm-hmm. And it was interesting when I started. I was like, I wanted to do a review. I was going to do like writing out reviews of each Doctor. Well, no, not even each Doctor. I was going to do each arc. I'm glad I changed my mind.
Yes, because that would have been crazy. It
would have been crazy. And I started to. Like, my first 3 reviews were of the arcs, because I wanted to document the whole 53-year-old journey.
It would have taken you 53 years.
It feels like 53 years. And it's funny, because I have my family around me. I have friends going, oh, you need to watch this. Sorry, in Doctor Who. Well, can you hurry it along? No, Doctor Who. So I get through it all, and I got to that point with William Hartnell, and I had so much to say. I'm just like, no, I'm doing a video on this. And I talked to my girlfriend about it, and she's like, why don't you do that every end of every Doctor? That would be really awesome. And I'm like, yeah.
It is.
So going back and watching him, I started to watch him again, and I'm like, wow.
And I found those interesting watching from someone who grew up on the show.
Yeah.
From the early 70s with Tom. I found it interesting watching how you're reviewing these and seeing aspects of it I didn't see first time around because I was that much younger and didn't understand a lot of what was happening. And I'm seeing aspects of the Doctor now through your eyes, of someone coming to it fresh, that I wouldn't even have thought of.
Yeah, that's
so
interesting.
I've really appreciated watching those videos.
Oh, thank you. No, I'm thrilled. I know I have one viewer, so. No, I would talk to her about it. She's actually my second viewer, so I'm good. And she's, like I said, I wish she could be here for this because she was 2005 and on, and she did try. Did you ever see the Marco Polo episode?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That look. Get it? Oh, okay. Yeah. And Paradise Towers. That was
that was another difficult one.
Yeah. I'm looking at you and I'm just like, why? Why could you even like Ace after watching Paradise Towers? Oh, no. Paradise Towers was hard to get through. And the Zarbi. I remember the Zarbi was so.
Yeah.
And it, oh yeah, no, that one was really hard. And we got
Greatest Show was another difficult one.
Yes, no, that one again, Ace, and I'm just like, why? I have to know.
I think Greatest Show's biggest problem for me was Ken Dodd.
I don't know the actors. Is that?
But Ken Dodd basically played the comic role.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
He was like the ringmaster or whatever.
Yeah, no, I had yeah.
I grew up knowing Ken Dodd as a comedian and not a very good one. So I really couldn't take it seriously.
That's awesome.
Whereas you go back to other episodes and you got like the Christmas special with the trees.
Yeah.
And you've got Bill Bailey, who is a fantastic comedian, but he also plays a very good straight role.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, and this was something I was talking to Karina about Doctor Who, and I think she grew up in Southampton. And every time I hear Donna speak, I'm like, I hear Karina. I swear the two of them grew up in the same area. Catherine Tate. Mm-hmm. And I had to Google her. I'm like, I don't know, she's in Doctor Who, and I Googled and I said Catherine Tate. She's like, oh yeah, and I'm like, Americans really. Let's see if I can do this. Before Doctor Who. Hugh Laurie, but we all thought he was American. So,
I didn't, because I watched him and Stephen Fry together on Fry and Laurie comedy show.
Yeah,
and they were a great double act.
Yeah,
they've made really good careers of themselves. Yeah. And his American accent is fantastic.
It is. Well, there's a when he did the role for House, when he interviewed, he walked into the room in character. Did the audition and left in character. And the director said, that's phenomenal. We really need to see more American accents or more American talents like that. But Hugh Laurie, and I can do this. The entire cast of Monty Python.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
That's it. Billy Idol. Is it Billy Idol? No. It's Eric Idle. Eric Idle. There. That is my. That's all I got. Yeah, that's my English knowledge as far as actors go.
Okay.
Eric Idle wrote a book.
I would go on to Brian Blessed. You probably know the face and played Voltan in the Flash Gordon film.
Okay. Yeah.
Has turned up several times in Doctor Who.
Okay. Yep.
With Perry.
I keep waiting for him to turn up again because he's one of those. He's one of the 10 British actors.
Yeah, you have 10. Just 10. They just keep cycling over. I'm talking to Matt Harrell. This is really hard because his name is Matthew William Harrell. Not William Hartnell. Matthew William Harrell. And I can't tell you how many times, and you've probably heard me slip up and say his name instead of Hartnell so many times. And he lives in Bristol. And he said he couldn't stand Patrick Troughton because he saw Patrick growing up in a different role. And he couldn't get that association away when he watched Doctor Who.
See, for me, one of the problems was then going from Doctor Who with growing up in the period when Tom was doing Doctor. I hadn't been aware of John Pertwee at that point.
Yeah.
I started watching John Pertwee playing Wurzel Gummidge, which was basically this scarecrow that comes to life and has adventures and things. And it was a completely crazy off-the-wall character. And then I come back and I see him playing the Doctor.
How's that for you?
That was a little crazy.
Yeah,
that was a little strange.
The only take.
So I can understand the growing up with someone playing a completely different role.
Yeah, and that is really the only experience I had in all of this was with Sylvester McCoy when I know The Hobbit, and then I get onto Doctor Who, and I'm like, I see Birdship Man. So, so that was it, and it was really hard to dissociate Radagast from the Doctor. That was really, really hard.
I had actually seen David Tennant in Casanova before he was the Doctor.
Again, another one. I had a real problem with Casanova as a show.
He did not like Casanova at all.
Yeah, I saw Matt Smith do Zombies. Help me here. I mean, Pride and Prejudice with zombies.
Oh,
Matt
God.
Smith.
I have not seen that.
Oh, Matt Smith is in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And yeah.
Reminds me, Angela, talking of zombies, I really have to pick up Vampires from Space and Zombies. Or Zombies from Space and Vampires, wasn't it?
It's so stupid. Yes. Yes, it's stupid.
That's kind of what I'm counting on. There we go.
It's so stupid. Yeah, no, it is. And in fact, I had this one moment where Matt, in a moment of insanity, I asked him, what do you all want to wear? And he said, well, I got some really great input back from my characters. These are people, I would ask them, what do you want to wear for your role? And they'd be like, I want leather armor with with vests and pockets, and I want a bazooka. And I'm like, okay. I get to Matt, English humor. He says, I want to be naked, but I want to be wearing leather boots and a garlic-infused loincloth. Okay, then. So I put him in there. I put him in there as this thing. And in one of his moments of off the wallness, he grabs my collector's edition 20-foot scarf of Doctor Who and tries dressing himself with it. So through the whole book, you've got this Englishman running around wearing Doctor Who, the Doctor's scarf, and it's just like, but he's wrapped it around him like it's garb. So yeah, you'll enjoy it. It's really fun.